Hello students, welcome to Pythonically. In this video, we are going to see a very basic Python syntax. Syntax in any programming language refers to the rules and regulations of that language. Just like human languages like English and French, there are certain rules. Similarly, in programming languages, there are certain rules that you have to follow in order to correctly write and execute a program. If you do not follow these rules, you will see syntax errors and your code will not be compiled. So there are five basic syntax rules in Python. Although there are many, but these five are the basic syntax rules. Single line statements, multiple line statements, code blocks and indentation, naming conventions, and Python keywords. So single line statements refers to Python statements that are written in single line. So unlike other programming languages like Java and C Sharp, you do not have to end your statement with a semicolon. Rather, a statement that is written in single line is considered as one statement. So for instance, if you write a statement like print ABCD, this is considered one statement, and ABCDE, this is considered another statement. So these are two different statements in Python. In Java or C Sharp, you have to end a statement with semicolon. So this is not the case with Python. With Python, you just write one statement in single line, that is considered one statement, and this is considered another statement. So in order to end a statement, you do not have to put a semicolon, rather you just leave the statement as it is. So this is how you write single line statements in Python. Next, we have multiple line statements. If in some cases your Python code becomes very long, even the single line statements become very long. In those cases, you can use multiple line statements. So for instance, we write a print statement, hello, your names are. So if there are a lot of names, what you can do here is you can simply add a a backward slash, and that will shift the control to the next line. So you can do it like this. You can put John, again a backslash, Mike, again a backslash, Sarah, again a backslash, and Nick, or whatever you want. So we have broken one statement into, this is actually considered one statement, but just to write it cleanly, we can write it in multiple lines using backslash. So if you run it, you will see, hello, your names are John, Mike, Sarah, Nick. So you see, it is considered a single statement, but just in order to write it cleanly, we can split it into multiple lines like this using a backslash. Next, we have code blocks and indentation. Code blocks and indentation is a very important concept in Python. Actually, this is the concept which differentiates Python from many other programming languages. In other programming languages, in order to create a code block, you have to use parentheses. In these parentheses, you used to pass a code block. So for instance, in order to write an if statement, what you could do in C Sharp or Java is if ABC, and then you do something like this, and then the body of the if statement has to be encapsulated between curly brackets. In Python, this is not the case. In Python, indentation is used to define a code block. So for instance, if you write a statement if 10 is greater than 5, the body of this if statement has to be written on next line and one tab indented from left. So print, yes, this is inside the if block. Print, this is also inside the if block. Print, this is outside the if block. So these statements, these two print statements, are basically the code block for this if statement. So if 10 is greater than 5, these two statements will execute. And this line of code is outside this if block. So in order to define blocks in Python, you have to write the code block at a new line, and all the lines of codes have to be indented one tab from the left. If you want to nest another if statement inside this, if 10 is greater than 2, then you have to go on the next line and then again one tab indented from the previous code block. So this is the previous code block. So the new code block, the if statement will start from this line, this point here. So this is now 2 tabs indented from left and 1 tab indented from the previous code block. So print, this is a nested code block. You can run it using shift and enter, and you can see the output here. Similarly, for the loops, you have again to indent the code block one tab from the left for I in range 10. Print I. You can again see that the code block for the for loop is indented one tab from the left. So if you execute this, you see the first 10 positive integers. So this is how code block and indentation works in Python. And actually this makes your code very clean and easily readable as well. You have to make indentation, it is compulsory, and as a result your code looks more readable. Next we have some naming conventions. Naming conventions are the rules that have been defined by the language in order to create variables and methods and classes that you will see in the next section. But some basic rules are that packages and module names should be lowercase. The class names are declared in bumpy case, where the first letter of all the individual words is capitalized. For instance, if you want to create class, my new class, you will do it like this: class, my new class. You can see the first word is capitalized for all the individual words. For methods, by the way, this is how you pass comment in Python, by a hash symbol. So you put hash and it creates a comment in Python. For method names, the convention is that all the words in the method name should be in small letters, and the individual words are separated with an underscore. So for instance, my new method, this is how you will create a new method. These are the conventions. It is not, they are not strictly followed, but this is how they should be written. Finally, the private variable names should begin with an underscore, and strongly private variable names begin with a double underscore. This is something to remember. Finally, you have some keywords. Keywords are those words in Python which cannot be used to create variables. So I will just show you list of keywords that I have at the moment. So you can see the keywords here. These are the keywords in Python, and you cannot create names or variables or functions with these keywords: continue, global. So for instance, if you, let's try to create a class name with continue and see what happens. Let's try to create a variable name with continue and see what happens, a simple variable name. So if you write continue is equal to 10 and try to execute this, shift and enter, you can see invalid syntax because continue cannot be used to create a variable name. So ABC is equal to 10. Now you see the variable is created. So these are some rules that you have to follow when you are working with Python and writing Python script. So if you like this video, please click the like button, and if you have any comment or any question, you can ask it in the comment section. And finally, I would like that you subscribe to my channel so that I keep making more videos for you. Thank you for watching.